It's hard to express about how I feel about you, but I can guarantee you this for the rest of our lives. I vow to always keep you safe, even if that means taking a literal bullet. I promise to be your best friend first, and your husband second. I will always provide for you and give you the life you deserve. I promise you I will consistently work on myself to better me for us. I vow to never go to bed angry. Am I sloppy sometimes? Guilty. That's my constant promise to you. Those dishes in the sink will always be cleaned. I vow to trust you in every situation. I promise to be a good communicator. Your body language I will always respect it and give you the space you deserve. Lastly, I vow always to take care of our fur baby, aka Mr. Sweet Face. And most importantly, give him all the milk bones. I love you, Claire, for the rest of eternity. With you by my side, we can accomplish anything the world throws at us. Forever, your husband.
My sweet Brad, today is the day I've been dreaming about ever since I was a little girl. I've dreamed about what style dress I would wear, what colors and theme my wedding would be, and most importantly, who I'd be marrying. Before I even met you, I prayed for you. I prayed that you would always be my biggest fan and that you would always push me to be the best version of myself. And most of all, I prayed that you would love me with all of your heart and you would spend every day making sure I would fall to sleep feeling like the most loved person on earth. Since we started dating, you've never let a day go by without making sure I knew that I was loved and cared for. And Brad, I truly wouldn't be the person I am today if it was not for you. You got me through some of the darkest times of my life, and through times I didn't think I would see past the bad. God truly knew what he was doing when he crossed our paths that August in 2015. We both needed the other at that exact moment, and we just didn't know it yet, but he did. And from today and for the rest of my life, I promise to never let a day go by without making sure you feel so loved and cherished, not only as a husband, but as a man as well. And when the day comes, when God calls one of us home, I hope whoever's leaving the other knows how much the other truly cared for them and knows they spent their entire life loving them with every ounce of their being. I am so incredibly proud of the man I've watched you become over the past 6 years, and I cannot wait to watch you become the best husband and father to our future children. I cannot wait to see you at the end of the aisle in just a few short minutes, and I love you with all in my heart, Brad.
Clare, understanding that God has created, ordered, and blessed the covenant of marriage, do you affirm your desire and intention to enter this covenant? Do you?
I do.
Brad, understanding that God has created, ordered, and blessed the covenant of marriage, do you affirm your desire and intention to enter this covenant? Do you?
I do.
Take a second to look up and down this aisle of friends and family. These are people who are here for you. So are you ready for this moment?
I need to stop crying.
I, Brad, take you, Clare, to be my wife.
I, Brad, take Claire to be my wife.
And I promise, before God and these witnesses,
to be your loving and faithful husband. In plenty and in want.
In plenty and in want.
In joy and in sorrow. In sickness and in health. As long as we both shall live. Clare, this ring I give you. As a sign of our constant faith. And abiding love. In the name of the Father. And of the Son. And of the Holy Spirit. And the two of you make it. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Dugan.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Madison, and I am Claire's childhood friend and maid of honor. Claire and I met in 5th grade at Ponder Elementary School, and we became best friends throughout middle and high school. Claire met Brad at TJC, and she was so giddy. And when I met Brad for myself the first time, I knew that he and Claire were perfect for each other. Claire recently shared a really sweet story of the time when they first told each other, "I love you." And Claire was so nervous. And she was texting me that night saying, "Should I say it?" Well, it turns out that Brad was thinking the same thing, because the same night they both told each other, "I love you." When their days at TJC came to an end and Claire went off to Baylor and Brad went off to my rival school at Sam Houston, I knew it would be really hard for them to be away from each other. But the two of you really are a true testament that love knows no distance, and you can get through any challenge with the support of each other. It has been a true joy and blessing to have Claire and Brad in my life, and I'm so happy the two of you found each other. I love y'all so much. Congratulations.
Hi guys, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Devin. I am Brad's best man. Me and Brad have known each other since around kindergarten. Brad and I, after high school, we did take separate paths. We went to separate colleges. Every single day, though, there was still a phone call shared between us. I never thought that there was going to be anybody ever that was going to be able to have as good of a long-distance relationship as me and Brad. I was quickly proven wrong. I still remember whenever Brad was first wanting to marry Claire. I swear for what felt like a year, every single week, I was asking Brad, "Did you ask your dad yet?" "No, not yet." Chickened out, didn't know what to do. He was like, "Man, the mood wasn't right. Like the Cowboys, I don't know, something happened." Ever since they've been together, I know, Brad, that you have always been loving, caring, and cherished her. Claire, I know you the same. You know, I love both of you, and I love everything that you guys have built together.
Yeah, the first time I met Brad, Claire had been in a bad car wreck and didn't have a way back to school, and he took her back to school. Well, after that, they started dating some, and we'd have Sunday dinner, and then I met his mom and dad. They helped Claire with her scholarship at Baylor. I met his grandpa and grandma, but I wasn't invited up there unless my wife made a particular kind of baked beans, so I had to have those baked beans made to go see him. And then after several months, just out of the blue, I get this phone call. Brad goes, "Walther, you want to go shooting?" I said, "Well, yeah, but I'm kind of busy." Then he calls me back later and said, "Well, you can just drop by and have a beer." Well, Brad's never drank a beer at my house. I've never seen him drink a beer, and I think, okay, now I know what's up. We went to the shooting range, and he was wanting me to help him with his new gun, and he was shooting all over the paper. Later on, when we're getting ready to go, and he still hadn't asked me. And we still drove for another 20 minutes, and then he asked me. And I'm proud to have you. I couldn't think of a better guy. I'd rather be at my family with my son-in-law. Thank you. I love you.